All right, here is a very short video on how to formulate cubic functions. Now, the most popular way or common way to formulate a cubic function is with the x-intercepts. You might be given the x-intercepts themselves. You might be given the intercepts in a table or in a graph. However you are given them, you're going to use the x-intercepts just like we use them in this example here. So we're going to give you x-intercepts, and we're going to work backwards to find the factors. In this case, we gave 3 x-intercepts, one at -2, another at 1, and the third at 3. Let's take the x-intercept at x equal -2. We're going to add 2 to both sides of that equation, and that gives us the factor of x plus 1. We're going to do the same thing with the other x-intercepts. In the case of x equal 1, we're subtracting 1 from both sides, giving us a factor of x minus 1. And finally, we're going to add 3 to both sides of the x-intercept x equal 3. That gives us our third factor, x minus 3. Now that we have 3 factors, we're going to use those to build the factored form by just multiplying them all together. It's fine to leave it this way unless you're asked to specifically put it in standard form. The factored form is perfectly fine and is a valid answer. But what if we were asked to put a factored form in standard form? Now, suppose we were asked to take 3 factors in the factored form and write them in standard form. Here's what we would do. We would do this in 2 stages. In this case, the first thing we're going to do is multiply x plus 2 times x minus 1. And we're just going to use distribution to do that. Here is the work here. And when we do that, we end up with x squared plus x minus 2. Now that we've done that, we're going to multiply x squared plus x minus 2 times the final factor of x minus 3. When we do, we end up with a cubic function, a cubic expression, x to the third minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 6. Now, you're being asked to write a function, so don't forget to include f of x is equal to the function. Now, that's all there is to writing cubic functions. If you have any questions, please feel free to see your teacher.